What's up, world? How's everybody doing out there? This is your host, Chef Jovi, coming to you from the Eatsperience radio show. We're going to take a trip around the world today and discuss the topic of dining etiquette while visiting foreign countries. I'd like to start today in India, a colorful country marinated in tradition with a population of over 1.2 billion people. It even has 18 official languages, so using the right etiquette will definitely help close the communication gap. While dining in India, the etiquette will definitely depend on whether you're in a northern or southern region. If you're a little unsure of the rules and how things go, politely and discreetly pull your waiter aside to ask. Now, dining etiquette rule number 1, no matter if you're in India, Indiana, or Indianapolis, is always wash your hands before dining. Secondly, if you don't see beef or pork on the menu, don't ask. Try to remember, folks, that India is both populated with Muslim and Hindus, and traditionally, Hindus don't consume beef, and Muslims will not consume pork. If you happen to be dining in India, most likely you will be dining with your hands. So while you're using your fingers to eat, definitely use your right hand. If you need to offset that and use your left hand for anything, I would use it for passing dishes or holding your drink. Okay, folks, let's come back on this side of the earth, located beneath the equator and beyond beautiful when it comes to her people, customs, and food. That's right, people, we're going to Brazil. Now, according to Viana.com, a few Brazilian table manners include the following. And of course, what you should do in all cases anyway. Rule number 1, wash your hands before dining. Now, I would clear my schedule if I were you, especially if I'm going to lunch. You should definitely expect meals to last a little bit longer than they would here. Even lunch can last over 2 hours in Brazil. Now, opposite of many Middle Eastern countries, Brazilians typically do not eat with their hands. And unless initiated by your host, or you happen to be visiting Sao Paulo or Rio, business is not to be discussed around the table. Lastly, unless you absolutely just can't leave the table without doing so, do not tip. On your bill, at the end of it, you'll typically find a 10% service charge. In Brazil, tipping is not customary. Alright, folks, keep your seatbelts fastened until we reach the terminal, because we're going to the always beautiful Queens countryside, the United Kingdom. Alright, y'all. So a lot of our traditions in dining come from the UK for obvious reasons. Okay? But the same rules that apply here definitely apply in the UK. No rocking back and forth in your chair, no elbows on the table, things like that. Now, a lot of you folks that are doing worldwide travel are grown anyway, so, I would expect that your behavior would complement who you are anyway. Alright? So, another rule that applies in the UK. Slurping soup with your spoon or lifting that bowl off the table to polish off the last little bit of food that's in there. I know typically Saturday mornings while we're getting down to some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's our policy at home, but while visiting the UK, let's try to refrain, okay? Now, do your best to eat all of your food with your utensils. A lot of what's practiced in the UK is the continental style of dining, where you hold your fork in your left hand and your knife in your right hand, and you'll do that the entire time you're dining, okay? Now, if you have to eat with your hands, it usually comes along with going head to head with a sandwich, corn on the cob, or potato chips, which, by the way, are considered or referred to in the UK as crisps. Finally, as most of us know, tea time is a big to-do in the UK, so definitely know the difference between low tea and high tea. Set your watches, folks, to 4 p.m. That's going to be your low tea hour. High tea is usually reserved around 5 or 6 p.m. Now, don't forget, tea time is a big to-do in the UK. So if you're invited to tea, definitely RSVP as soon as you can to that invitation. Well, that's all I got, folks. That's all I have for you today. I know that might seem like a lot or a little bit picky, but I want you guys to remember, you are a guest in somebody else's home. And the same respect that we would want if we had people coming to our home to dine, we want to show others that same respect. So, most of all, be yourself, travel safe, and go somewhere where you're comfortable. Typically, when I travel abroad, I like to find somebody there, even if it's somebody I don't know, to link up with. introduce myself, let them know, hey, this is where I'm from. I really don't speak the language. Could you help me out a little bit? And for the most part, I've never had a hard time with that. There will be somebody that will be more than willing to spend their day with you, showing you their country, I'm sure. So try to find somebody to link up with. Be comfortable. Go somewhere safe. Go somewhere that has delicious food. And most of all, enjoy your worldwide Eatsperience. Again, folks, this is your host, Chef Jovi, coming to you from the Eatsperience, from my kitchen to yours. Have a great day. Peace and love, y'all.